looking beyond. So, he says it because he's an astronaut. I say it because think big. Make your goals here. Because think about it. If you set your goals here and you reach only here versus you set your goal here and you reach that goal, what are you going to rather have? Almost reaching a really high goal or reaching a really, really small goal? Almost reaching a really, really high goal. So if you think big and you... Next. Yeah. You're not always going to get the best, but you need to make the best out of it. Those who have overcome and come from low situations are the ones that can best motivate others when they're older and best succeed, because they have a fighting spirit that a lot of people don't. Creativity will set you apart. Doing things the way that other people do it, just because everyone's doing it, you're just going to be a follower. But the way to be a leader is to define things for what you are, what you want them to be. Last. You don't always have to make something completely new. I mean, you don't have to be an inventor. But if you can make something new out of something old, that's just as good. Take things and put your spin on it. Put your personality into it. There's only one of you in the world. There is no one else that can be exactly who you are. You will be similar to other people in a few ways. But you have to think, I'm awesome. There's only one of me in this world, and I'm going to make the world know that. Because even if you share experiences with a few other people, there is no one else that has that exact same set of circumstances and experiences. That exact same set of strengths and weaknesses. So use it to your advantage. So, can anybody read this? Honestly. Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Can anybody next solve this math problem? No? Okay. Who's got the answer? Exactly. It's 0. And the thing is, a lot of times, problems look super complicated, but the solution isn't that complicated. Change a font, and now you can read it. What does it say at the top? Problem solving. All I did was change a setting on the computer. Wasn't that hard. This problem looks super intimidating. And we all think, well, I need at least an hour, I don't know, at least 5 minutes to solve it if I'm concentrating. But it takes 2 seconds. The moment you see that 0, boom, you got your answer. So when you have a huge problem, don't try to solve it with a huge solution. Breaking a problem down, starting with what you know, is the best way to go about it. So, Manu, wait. So I may not know off the top of my head what 300 times 50 divided by 13,526 is. But I do know that the moment a 0 enters an equation, the answer will be 0. That's how simple it is. Sometimes complicated problems have simple solutions. If you keep that in mind and solve things the way you know how to solve them rather than how somebody else tells you to solve it, there may be math teachers, people who will say, okay, now take it step by step. But if you do it your way, sometimes that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, courage. Does it take courage to be on Fear Factor? I don't know. Exactly. That's not courage. Thing is, what is courage from that show is what Eleanor Roosevelt said. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the one thing you think you cannot do. So even though Fear Factor is a super dumb show and super disgusting, a lot of them, they face the fears that they have. They hate spiders, they get in a bathtub with it. They hate heights, they climb a building. Sure, We watch it because we like to laugh at them. But sometimes you can apply that to life. There are lots of things that we start out saying, I can't do this. You know what? Remove the contractions from your life. Turn every can't into a can. Turn every don't into a do. Turn every won't into a will. Is it that hard? Somebody tells you to go clean your room, rather than saying, I can't do it, say, I can do it. I know my mom wants me to do that. But if you do, it makes it a lot easier on yourself. Sure, there are times that we'll say, I can't do this, and we'll get it done. But how painful of a process was that? For example, are there nights where you guys get a lot of homework? Yeah, like hours and hours worth of homework? How many of you do it? Good. So how many of you start out thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to finish this? Yeah, I do too. And that makes the process a whole lot harder, especially when I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning studying. Oh my goodness, thinking I can't do this. But every time I think, okay, I have 5 assignments, I take it one at a time, I get done faster, I'm a lot happier, and I go to sleep earlier, and I like my sleep. So, try that. Same time, as much as you face every challenge with a fearless attitude, it's a lot easier said than done. I know a lot of the things I'm saying, super easy to say, super hard to do. But I try to apply them to my life too. I'm not just saying this without understanding. I know how hard these things are. But you need courage to do things, but you also need courage to accept. Accept that things aren't perfect. Accept that sometimes situations aren't as great as we'd like them to be. And most importantly, accept people. We look down on so many people. We make fun of so many people. You know, people might put you down by calling you stuck up. But you know what? If you accept that those people just can't accept you, you're going to be a lot happier.
I really don't care what they say.
See, that's the one thing you can do. You know, a lot of people don't have the courage to say that. And I'm not saying this because I'm up here speaking and I want you to be happy rather than looking down at your desk. But it's a lot easier and a lot harder though to be able, it's a lot easier on yourself once you finish the hard part, and that's saying, I don't care. I don't care what they think of me. But when you say I don't care, any of you, don't say it because you're afraid to accept or afraid what other people are going to say and just shut it all out. Don't harden yourself. Accept yourself and be happy. Sometimes you can say, I don't care, but be unhappy. Why would you do that to yourself? Maybe convince yourself that maybe I care a little bit, but overcome that and be happy. Happiness is the key to success. I'm telling you, those who are happier have a lot easier time in life.